All right, guys. Case is over. Not over, but I'm on probation. Yep, I'm on probation. And I wanted to talk about what that actually looks like without excuses. So before my conviction, I had substance use, alcohol, gummies, stuff like that. I was medicated with a marijuana card. So I would take my gummies for my anxiety, and not on occasion, usually every weekend we had drinks and stuff like that. But towards the end, it was not to the extreme, but it was still my responsibility, you know. So the DUI I got, can't blame anybody else but me. But I do want to say that my PD was not very helpful. How you doing, man? Yeah, my PD was not very helpful. I mean, I kind of understand he had a whole bunch of cases, man. He must have had like over 20 cases there when I went. So now the results of what I received. I got the standard offer, and hold on one second. Love this house, looks like a Georgia house. All right, so stop real quick. So my standard offer was 12-month probation, 6-month mandatory license suspension, 6-month interlock system in my car, which for me doesn't make any sense, because if my license is going to be suspended for 6 months, mandatory, why do I got to pay extra? Yeah, because I have to pay for that. Why I got to pay extra to put an interlock system in my car? Just doesn't make sense. It's just, for me, it's just a money grab. So I can't legally drive because the mandatory suspension. And also random drug and alcohol tests for the next 12 months. And I do take gummies for my anxiety, so I'm gonna have to stick to my regular medication, which is Effexor and other stuff, Xanax, which I'm prescribed for my anxiety attacks. I do have a bunch of fees that I have to pay. I gotta take a DUI class level 1, which is for first-time offenders. Gotta pay PD costs, prosecution costs. In total, it all amounts to about $1,500. There was a $500 bond, so that goes towards it. My sister actually paid that, so eventually I have to pay her back for that. Yeah, so that's the case. It's strict, it's structured, and honestly, it should be. This isn't comfortable, but growth rarely is. Right now I'm riding a bicycle. Been trying to ride a little bit more bike, just also clear my head, lose some weight. This will actually probably help me lose some weight, in the next 12 months. Big. Damn, this lady is talking loud. She's across the block and she's mad loud. I just don't get it. I'm gonna have to wait to pass. Yeah, so my big first test will be next month when I go on a cruise. Yeah, it's random alcohol test. So what makes this heavier isn't just probation, it's the financial pressure. Living paycheck to paycheck already, so now I gotta deal with all these fees. I did speak to an attorney. Somehow it's like one of my sister's friend's brother or something like that. And he did tell me that for my license, after 3 months of good behavior, well, can't say good behavior because I'm not locked up, but clean test. And if my payments are on time or paid up, I could request for a hardship license. For a hardship license. So I will do that at 3 months because it's gonna be tough not being able to drive. Although I do work from home, I still have needs, to do. And something I did not like was that when I sat down with the PD right before seeing the judge, I asked him to please ask them for some leniency in the license suspension, but he wouldn't budge, man. It's just like he just wanted to get rid of me, so which, like I said, is understandable. He has a whole bunch of cases, but he told me that the 12-month probation could be reduced to 6 months if I do everything correct. But after receiving my final paperwork, that part is not marked off. It's not marked off where it says there's a part that says eligible for early probation termination, something like that. It was not marked off. So I text him, and of course he didn't text me back. But anyway, neither here nor there. That's not his problem. It's my fault, so everything is my fault, but I do feel down, but again, it's just, I guess, a new chapter in my life or for the next year. What's good is I did start going back to church. I used to go to church a lot, but I stopped. My wife started before me again. So my wife already been started going. She kept telling me to go, and I'm like, yes, I'll go. But finally went, and it felt good going back to church. I'm not gonna lie, I like that church. Really good church. It's called Cape Christian. It's out here in Cape Coral. What's crazy is that ooh, look at those owls. I'll try to see if I could angle the camera for that. But what's crazy, a few weeks ago, before anything, my heart's been crazy. My mind's been all over the place. But a few weeks ago, I go to sleep and I suffer from this thing called sleep paralysis. If you know, it's like the worst thing. It's one of the worst things. It's not dangerous, but sure as hell scary as, But I was having one of those episodes, but woke up crying. Like, it was crazy. I've woke up crying before, like where you're crying in the dream. But this was not it. It was just weird. I felt like just a whole bunch of things, and I don't know how to explain it. I just felt like something was, I don't know, I was battling something. It was just crazy. And my wife wakes up, she's like, and she heard me saying, she heard me saying, what is happening? Because I'm asking myself, what the heck is happening? And she just says, that's God calling you. And my wife is she's not like, she goes to church, but she's not like this, religious person that, that doesn't have a beer here or there, or, like the full one that are in there, but for her to say that, it was just like, wow, it's weird, And at the same time, my Alexa's on. I sleep with, but now let me pass this. They got some type of generator on. Yeah, so I sleep with Alexa, sleep with music, radio station called K-Love. It's a Christian station. I've been sleeping with that station for a long time. Sometimes it's like R&B or oldies, soul, but mostly K-Love. I like Christian music. I love it, but the songs that were playing felt like they were just like this music was talking to me, like God was talking directly. It was just a crazy feeling, man. Let me take a rest, drink some water. Yeah, so it was just like this crazy feeling. When I got up to use the restroom, I wasn't scared, but I just like felt, wow, like I don't want to walk in there. I don't know what's gonna be there. It was just weird. You guys gotta check this out. It's made by XTU Simple. It's called Fit Odyssey. They sent this to me. It's pretty good. Insulated cup. Fit Odyssey. It has like all these little messages here, motivational messages for workout. You guys gotta check that out. So at the end of the day, right now I'm just trying to be strong for my wife and kids. Already dealing with anxiety and depression while stacking this probation on me. It's overwhelming, but that's life, right? I made my own bed, how they say, right? So one thing I would say is that although I feel down and all this stuff because of probation and everything that's going on, I'm not gonna fight. I'm not fighting the system, I'm rebuilding with it. Probation isn't gonna stop my life. I'm structuring it. So my focus right now is simple: manage stress, stay compliant, build better habits, wake up early. Oops, forgot to start my watch. Oh, it's going, it starts. Yeah, wake up early, move my body more, pray, create. Take it one day at a time, you know? Okay, quick, real personal talk. Unfortunately, sometime last year, I had to pawn some of my camera gear. One of my Sony FX30s, my Sony a7 IV, and my Tamron 35 to 150 lens, just to keep my family afloat. And to tell you the truth, it's been hard to get them back. And I really don't want to lose nearly $5,000 worth of gear. If you ever found value in my content, I've got a buy me a coffee link down below. I truly appreciate every one of you. So, in closing, this year won't define me by my mistakes. This is a frame of mind, and this is my road to redemption. Catch you guys on the next one.
I was swerving in the dark, yeah, I lost my way. But your grace pulled me over, showed a brighter day. Now I'm riding on this road to redemption, never going back again. Jesus, you got me, I won't ever choose that shame again, yeah.